If your Android phone's update cycle is expired and you are not getting any new update, then LineageOS will be the best option for you. Today in this video, I am gonna show you how to install LineageOS on my Pixel 5a 5G. Currently, it's running on Android 14 officially and it's not getting any new update after August 5, 2024. And it's getting slower day by day. So I thought it is the right time to flash the custom ROM on it and test Android 15. So let's get started. At first, we will go to lineageos.org. This one. Yep. So here you can find almost all of the supported devices, and some of them are officially supported and some of them are not officially supported. You can search using your phone's full name or code name. After that, you can search with XTA. In XTA, you will find some unofficial ROMs, but I'm not going for the unofficial one. I'm going for the official one. So yeah, this one, Pixel 5a. Let's see. Yeah, the latest one is Android 15. Currently I'm running on Android 14 in official build, so go for the builds. So I need to download this one. This is the whole ROM. This is boot image, DTBO, DB meta, and vendor. So I will show you the step-by-step instructions after downloading the ROM. I don't know how much time it will take to download. It will not take that much time. Let's check I'm using the SOC5 proxy or not. No, I'm not using any kind of proxy. Let's use the SOC5 one and let's check the speed. Very soon I will make the video on SOC4 and SOC5 proxies. Like if you want to enhance your download speed on bigger files, you can use this method and you can just download any of the bigger files if you want. Just wait a bit, it's trying to handshake with the server. After that, the speed will be great. Yes, as you can see, the speed is increasing. Okay, so let it download. Go to the instructions. You need to read the whole instructions from there. There, each and everything is given: how to use ADB, how to use first boot, and the command prompts, what will we need to use during our flash. So each and everything is here. So here are the basic requirements, what is required. So I'm going to the next step. So I'm recording this video using one camera. I think I need another camera because I need to show my phone screen, because I'm gonna open the bootloader for my phone. So first of all, make a dedicated folder on your desktop. Like we need some of the files like boot.img, dtbo.img, vendor boot.img. Basically those are the required files while we're trying to flash the total phone. And this is the ROM and this is the Google apps. So if you want to install Google apps, you need to download the Google apps separately because it's not signed. So when you are trying to install the Google apps, it will just show you a warning that the folder is not signed. Completely fine, you can proceed with that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rename the files. Like I'm gonna rename the ROM, I'm gonna rename the GApps like that. Okay, it will work. So this is the ADB folder which I downloaded from the official site. So let's extract it here. Okay, and I'm gonna place the DTBO, boot.img, GApps, and ROM to the specific folder. Platform tools. In this folder, everything will be there: a DTB, boot.img, DTBO, GApps, and ROM. Okay. Oh, I missed one. Vendor boot. Okay, so everything is under the platform tool, this folder. Let's check our phone. Like the bootloader is not unlocked yet, so at first we will go to the build number, tap many times, and unlock the developer mode. As you can see, the developer mode is unlocked. From the system developer options, we need to enable two functions: OEM unlocking, this one, and USB debugging, this one. Let's see if our phone is detected or not. For that, what you need to do, you need to press Window R and press CMD. From there, you need to type CD space and just drag the folder from here to there and press enter. So you are in that folder, right? So let's check ADB is detected or not. Type ADB devices. In our phone, it should start a pop-up. Yeah. As you can see, our phone is listed successfully. This is our device. So let's go to the guide. Let's show you from the step one. So for making things work, you need two things, ADB and first boot. So I have already installed ADB and first boot in a zip file and extracted that in a separate folder. So those are some warnings because after flushing, some of the phones didn't have the Wi-Fi, some of them didn't get the LTE. So you can read the warnings, but I will not. So here is a sign like Android 14 to 15. So as I have already said, I am currently staying on Android 14 official build, so I don't need to follow those warnings or those stuffs. I can just go and flush. So this is the command. By using this command, we can go to the bootloader mode of the phone and just unlock our bootloader. So what I'm going to do, I'm just type manually. As you can see, phone light is gone, so it will redirect us to the bootloader mode. Let's see. Work. Yeah, you can see it's booted in the first boot mode. So let's check in first boot mode if our device is detected or not. So let's check first boot devices, same as the ADB one. As you can see, our device is successfully detected in first boot mode. So after detecting the first boot mode, we need to just paste the command first boot flashing unlock. So I'm writing it, first boot flashing unlock. So this is the ultimate command for unlocking the bootloader. After pressing, the phone is showing the power up or power down button. I can use like power up or power down button to use to unlock the phone's bootloader or not. So it's currently selected do not unlock the bootloader. So what I'm gonna do, press the volume down button and now it's showing unlock the bootloader. Now I will press the power button and it will unlock the bootloader for me and it will erase every single thing from my phone. So it will take some time. Let's see. As you can see, the device status is currently unlocked. So my device is currently unlocked, like my bootloader is unlocked. So I'm moving to the next step. So from here, I need to flush two things, the boot.img and dtbo.img. As I have already moved each and everything to this folder, and from the folder, I can flush each and everything. So let's go for the flush. I'm gonna flush one by one, not two at a time. So first boot flash boot.img. Let's hit enter. It's flashed. Go for the second one. It's flashed. Now it's very important. Now I'm going to flash the recovery, custom recovery. Yes, now it's flashed. Okay. Now what we need to do by using those buttons, we need to select the recovery mode from that. I'm not sure it's visible from the camera or not. I have selected the recovery mode. Now I just need to select the power button. It should redirect the custom recovery. Yeah, as you can see, it's loaded the LineageOS recovery. From there, we need to do a factory reset because like our stock ROM is based on something and we are trying to install the LineageOS. Those are two different things. So I will perform a factory reset. Yes, format the data. Now it's wiping my data second time. Okay. Let's go back and very important from here we need to select apply update and apply update from ADB and it's already in ADB mode now. So what I'm gonna do, I will type ADB sideload rom.zip. It will sideload the ROM from the PC to my phone. So the command will be adb sideload rom.zip and press enter. As you can see, the process is started and my phone is rendering the data. At first, it's verifying the update package. We need to wait some time because the percentage will show up to 47. After that, it will flash from there. As I said, it will start on 47 and in my phone you can see the installing update is already going on. It's performing the step 2. I guess. The important thing is if you want Google app on your phone after the installation of this ROM, you can just go for the gapps package, or you can just format a factory reset and reboot your device. And after reboot, you can use it normally. But Google Apps is essential for me. So after flashing this ROM, I'm gonna install the gapps pack. As you can see, the installation is done and it's asking for some additional packages if I want to install or not. So to install additional package, you need to reboot recovery first. Do you want to reboot to recovery now? I'm pressing yes. As I told you earlier, I need to install the gapps package. That's why I'm rebooting the recovery. So from there, I will go for the same thing. Apply update, apply from ADB. From there, I will just type ADB sideload gapps.zip and hit enter. As you can see, I have already told you that signature verification will be failed because gapps package is not signed from the LineageOS. So I will go for yes, install anyway. So it's now extracting files. Very soon it will be flushed. As you can see, the installation completed and I'm going for a factory reset, and after that I will just simply reboot my device and we're all done. As my bootloader is unlocked, it will show a warning every time I reboot my device. That's not a big deal for me. So after that Google logo, the LineageOS logo should render. Yes, I think this phone will boot. Let's hope for the best. It's detected from computer, so it should boot. Yeah. Setup offline. As you can see, Google apps like Play Store, and I can see Google there, so we can assume that everything will work. Let's go to the about phone section and I will show you guys the version. Yeah, I don't know it's visible from the camera or not. It's Android 15 and it's carrying the latest security patch August 1, 2025. So that's the full installation process for LineageOS 22.2. So guys, in this video what we have shown, like how to install a custom ROM on your phone, especially the LineageOS 22.2. You can follow these steps and install custom ROM on your devices. I will just pin the links in the description. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one.